Jerry Konopka, John O'Neill, Rick LaFleche, and Dave Winston. There's the starting lineup as we are set to go for the green.
And we've got it. They're underway. Contact immediately. Michaud and Crotto.
Trouble right here on the front straightaway, and you can see now that domino effect is really taking hold. 3 cars are pretty much stacked up right here on the front straightaway. A couple of cars down in the front. Michaud and the 99 of Konopka do not drive away. So it looks like we're going to need some help right at the outset of this one for these 2 competitors.
First, to check on our drivers to make sure they're okay. And the word is apparently pretty good, as our Backus Motors crew says okay. Well, we're just seconds away now from our restart. Peter Locke aboard our pace car is now pulling in. Hill on the inside in car number 5 will set the pace for the field. Here they come as they start to pick up and close that pack. Here they come, and it's green flag time. We're back underway. Medevere gets the jump on Hill and takes the lead into turn 1.
Rick Medevere, who ran very well in his qualifying heat, trying to grab the lead, but Hill now puts the Turf Products machine out front as they head down the back straightaway. Bill Hill leading the charge here tonight as Jim Peterson takes a look to the high groove to try to take and make up some ground if he can get to the front as well. Down to the turn 1 they go. Many of this division's heavy hitters still trying to sort this one out. It's a long way to go. Larry Vassar in the white number 78 off the second turn. Looks for running room underneath the 33 of Knapp. Bim Adams is on a roll with car number 16. Herb Bennett, who has run very well of late, has a long, tough road to hoe with car number 64. Harry Metcalf, the 8 of Zintarski. All of these drivers trying to get to the front first. And it looks like the 78 of Vassar is the one that makes the move. 3 wide, Raleigh, off of turn number 2.
Woohoo, scary. Charlie Nappy got squeezed out. Chuck Zentarski hot on the binders, and he goes around. The number 8, the Polish Rocket, is around, as is Knapp in the number 33.
All right, so a couple of cars have come to rest up there between turns 3 and 4. And the yellow flag is out once again. Chuck Zintarski, who has won so many races in his career as a late model driver, has a tough road to hoe for himself now, as he will have to scratch his way from the back all the way to the front.
Resume. Here we go.
Nice and easy as the pace car dives in. Bill Hill sets the pace, and they're off of turn 4. Hill and Medevere side by side down to turn 1. Bill Hill once again grabs the advantage. Medevere slides in for second. Then it is the number 92, which runs next on the grid. That, of course, is Tom Williams.
And here comes Vassar. He's going to pass Williams and take the number 3 spot away. So Vassar's on a roll. Meanwhile, way back in the pack, in just a half a lap, Chuck Zentarski picked up 6 positions.
Unbelievable. Zentarski is a man with a mission tonight in the Captain's Galley car number 8. All right, Scott Foster finds running room underneath the Williams car. Mad Dog Bissett in car number 39 trying to do likewise. Barry Metcalf, Tom Butler, Bim Adams, Jim Peterson, Nick Lozano, and the 8 of Zentarski. All of these drivers still struggling to get to the front. Only 5 laps have been run under green, however, Raleigh, so it looks like we've got a problem over in turn number 3, right between 3 and 4. Now we've got double trouble.
First, Rick Medevere dropped off the pace, and then the spin was an unassisted spin, so no contact made. Looks like
stop. One guy spun. There was no place to go. There's just, everybody was all together.
Yeah, you got any damage to the steering system?
Yeah, I think we broke the steering because I can't steer the car at all.
Okay, Bim, tough break. See you next week.
All right, a tough happy birthday for Bim Adams, celebrating a birthday today. My gosh. All right, here we go. Green flag's out, and we're back underway. Hill is the man on the inside, and Vassar at the line takes the lead. So the number 78 is out in front looking for win number 3.
Larry Vassar puts the J.G. Pool and Drywall car right to the head of this class very, very quickly in only 6 laps, and Vassar started deep in the pack with that machine. Has now managed to move right up to take command. Off the turn they come. Look at the battle for second. Here comes the Shark. Greco puts the 21 underneath the 5 of Hill. Through turns 1 and 2 they go. The Mad Dog also there, trying to make a move with car number 39. Greco has put the Barnix Truck Shark Lounge, car number 21, into position 2. Hill runs third. George Bissett, the Mad Dog, is in fourth, and rounding on the top 5 is Tom Butler in car number 4. Bissett looks for running room underneath Hill off the second turn. Can't find the time there. Suddenly he gets a surge of power into turn number 3. Round and round they go. Bissett works the low groove. Hill in the high groove. At the start-finish line, Bissett by a hood, Raleigh.
Meanwhile, Chuck Zentarsky continues his march toward the front as he gets under Jim Peterson and moves up into 7th place. So from the pack of the pack, keep an eye on the Polish Rocket in car 8. He's on a roll.
That's the same car that ended up in the infield early on in this event, and in only 4 circuits has managed to move back into contend and is now running well within the top 10. All right, so here's the challenge. It is for third right now as Butler tries to find running room underneath the 39 of Bissett. They make contact going into 3, and Butler is able to pick up the spot. Bissett gets a little bit loose. Hill gets way up high. That cost him position as Zentarsky blasts on by with car number 8. The 22 of Scott Foster now makes a move underneath Bissett as George lights up that right rear tire, just trying to keep the car down low. Foster running very, very well in car number 22, the Booth & Sons machine. But it is Larry Vassar who is in command tonight, and in command running in a big way.
Boy, oh boy, he is really pulling away now. We'll try to keep a close eye on the distance between our first and second place cars, see if Greco's making a dent in that lead margin. During that lap, it didn't appear there was any change at all. But now we're coming down to complete lap number 12. So almost to the halfway mark.
Next time by, cross flags will be shown to your leader, Larry Vassar. Scott Foster takes full advantage of the fact that the 4 of Butler got way up high in turns 1 and 2. Foster now runs to the inside. How will it shake out? Between 3 and 4, Butler has a slight advantage between the turns. They're sideways off the turns, and Butler has the spot at the line. Butler is able to reclaim position number 3 from Scott Foster. As the 8 of Zentarsky and the 39 of Bissett continue to go at it. Laps posted on the Winston Racing Series scoreboard. Car 78, Larry Vassar, driver from Meriden. Out
under Mad Dog Bissett. Back in the pack, a battle between Peterson and Hill, and Peterson moves up another notch. Now as our leaders go into turn 2 and out of it, Vassar has built his margin over Greco. So Vassar running extremely well tonight.
Barry Metcalf, who ran very well in car number 75, that's the black 75, ran exceptionally well in his qualifying heat. For some reason, appears to be fighting a less than healthy race car. He is considerably off the pace tonight with that black number 75. He tries to make a move underneath Trombley in the 53. Peterson and Hill going at it side by side. As your leader comes back down across the stripe, 17 laps posted up on the scoreboard. Peterson right around sideways as he makes a move underneath the 5 of 64 of Bennett, and the 53 of Trombley almost got hooked together there, Raleigh.
And how?
5, make it 19 of 25 up on the scoreboard.
Really clicking by in a hurry now.
Larry Vassar goes by O'Neill, who has dropped way off the pace. John O'Neill at car number 88. Slowing on the backstretch. Looks like he will head in with that car, as a problem has developed under the hood there. Meanwhile, Dave Whitson gets way out of shape coming off of turn 4 as he goes down a lap. 5 remain to be run. That's it for Larry Vassar. For the man they call the Shark, George Greco, Tom Butler. That's how they're running. And it's Scott Foster in the 22, Chuck Zintarski in the 8, the Mad Dog, George Bassett in the 39.
Doesn't appear among our top 5 that anyone is able to close in on the car in front of him at the moment. Foster and Butler is about the closest contest. Now Foster does surge a bit coming into turn 3 and moves in on the back bumper of Butler, so we may have a contest for that number 3 position.
Next time by, only 2 laps will remain in this feature event for the late model stock cars. Larry Vassar, he is the man of the hour. And he goes for yet another win in the 1993 season. Popsicle sticks high in the air. We've only got 2 to go, and now it is nail-biting time for Vassar. The battle goes on between Scott Foster and Tom Butler, the 4 and the 22 car. And they and Raleigh appear to be closing in on Greco.
Yes, how about that one? All right. Well, they're running out of time. Just a little over a lap to go as the white flag is now out. And here's our leader across the line one more time.
Final circuit, let's follow him around. Off of turn number 2, keeps the car down low, drifts right up to the outside groove, down the back straightaway. Tucks the car deep into turn number 3. Accelerates off of 4, the checkered flags are waving, and car number 78, Larry Vassar, grabs the win, followed by Greco, Butler, Foster, and Zintarski.
Okay, there we have it. A very impressive performance by Larry Vassar. No question about it.
He certainly had all of his ducks in a row tonight and ran very, very well with car number 78. One more. We, in the meantime, however, have victory lane ceremonies for car number 78 and its driver, Larry Vassar, as a happy crew kind of strolls out onto the racetrack. This is getting to be a very familiar territory to these guys and these girls as they make their way to victory lane here at the Stafford Motor Speedway.
Winner of the late model feature, Larry Vassar. That was just a Sunday drive, wasn't it?
Well, I tell you, we haven't been running it too good the past couple of weeks, and tonight we came and the car was loose, and my crew, they worked really hard. I mean, it may have looked easy, and even after the heat race, I wasn't happy with it, and I got to thank them. I mean, these guys worked their rear ends off. The thing was out to lunch, and it's been out to lunch, but it's back, and it's back fast.
It looked like the road warriors were just going to chew up the entire field earlier on, and then it just kind of settled down. Did the car just kind of fit into a groove and then you drive away? Or you didn't seem to have any problems the latter part of the race?
No, the car stayed like it did when we won the Sizzler and all that. It was stable. It never changed. You know, I got to thank my sponsors, the Pool and Drywall, Sabrina Pools, Alice Barrett, Starstruck Lounge, Discount Brake, and like I say, my crew, Sean, Jody, the owner, Gene, Cliff Stakey's crew. They helped us out tonight. Teddy Skinger, Bobby's father. I mean, Justine. I mean, there's everybody. I'm missing a few people. I'm sorry, but without them tonight, I mean, they really worked. It's their race, not mine.
Well, obviously, the work that they put into the car worked out well, and your driving ability put it all together. Congratulations once again, ladies and gentlemen, your late model feature winner, Larry Vassar.
And certainly well done by Larry, and he'll be joined by crew and friends for some more victory photographs to be treasured in the old memory book.